Well, we know these are difficult times for local businesses, but there is help available. There are resources out there to help your business. And this morning we want to talk with Andrea Wilcox, Executive Director of COSB, the Kingsport Office of Small Business Development and Entrepreneurship. And good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I know we talked to you just a couple of weeks ago and you were telling us about some of the resources that were available, some of the things that are available to help these businesses, and there continues to be, it seems like, a lot of helping hands.
Yes, there continues to be. All of our efforts that we talked about are continuing, and we're still seeing very big numbers as far as participation from small businesses that are asking for help. So there's still a great need for information and understanding the different programs that are out there right now.
And how important is your organization, COSB, right now to be really bringing these together? I would imagine that you are sort of on the phone constantly with these different businesses who are looking to you for assistance.
Right. It's very interesting, actually. You know, there are a lot of people that I've been speaking with that really weren't sure what we did for small businesses prior to the COVID-19. And so this has been their first experience speaking to someone at COSB or at the chamber. So it's our existing clients that know what we do, they've been calling, we've been reaching out to them, but we've had a lot of people that just didn't know the services available to any business that needs help. We're here for them.
Yeah, and that's the good news, is that you are there and you have access to so many different avenues that you can sort of connect them.
Yes, yes. And so we're getting, you know, phone calls, we're getting emails, we're getting social media messages. I'm getting referrals from our city officials, you know, our board of mayor and aldermen that are sending businesses to us for help. So we're definitely answering the call. And I've actually extended my schedule hours. You know, I'm taking clients all the way into the evening to try to help small businesses. I don't want to turn anybody away that's looking for information. So they can definitely get on my calendar. I've got openings, making sure that we have openings on the calendar to speak with someone in person. But the very best thing to do is to make an appointment, go on our website. There's a tab there that says request appointment, and anyone can schedule a phone call or a virtual meeting so that we can get their questions answered.
So Andrea, what are you telling them or advising them? What are some of the conversations that you're having with them as they're coming to you, your bits of advice?
Yeah, so the first thing that I do with everybody that I'm speaking with is I'm asking them what information have they already seen? You know, what questions do they have specifically? What have they read? I want to get a good understanding of what they know or don't know, you know, before I just jump into a conversation and start directing them to, you know, fill out this application or fill out that application. I really want to know what they have heard and what they're thinking they should do with their business before I guide them to any specific solution. I really got to understand what the problem is, what they're trying to get accomplished in the short term and the long term with their business before we start discussing specific programs. And then we get into, you know, once I have a good feeling about what they're needing help with and where they are financially, then we can look at those options and pursue one or more options. Sometimes one solution seems to work, and other times, you know, there's multiple things that business would need to do. One of the things that we're going to be doing actually starting next week is we're going to be offering some webinars around, you know, marketing in the absence of the customer, right? Some different help for businesses. A lot of people are getting the financial questions answered, and so now it's a question of what do I do now, right? Now that I've applied. So what do I need to do now with my business? So we want to help them with some of that thinking, some of that strategy for the comeback.
And I know you and the organization are such a blessing always, but especially right now to these businesses. What are you hearing from them when they're coming to you?
Yeah, so right now they're very frustrated, right? Because there are all these programs out there and then money hasn't got into their bank account at this point. You know, so that's really the frustration. That's what I'm hearing is I applied for this a week ago. I still haven't heard anything. Nobody's contacted me by email. And all of that is some of the technical glitches that we're seeing. And I think, you know, the news media is reporting SBA has got some glitches. So the small businesses are very concerned that they have not seen any money yet. But we had SBA on the telephone yesterday, and they're telling us that those deposits should be happening this week. So that's what I'm, you know, relaying that information to our clients. I know it's frustrating when you haven't seen a deposit in your checking account.
Yeah, but certainly, like you said, a silver lining, and love that you're doing these workshops. How can our viewers get involved and tap into that resource?
Right, so on our website, they can go to our business trainings tab, and they can sign up for any of the educational, any of the training events that we're offering at this time. There's no cost to attend. These are webinars, so they do need to have, you know, some technology at home. They can look at this on their cell phone as well, but we are offering webinars right now so that more people can participate. We had an event with working with our government relations last week, Congressman Rowe, and we had about 200 people signed up for that webinar. On the loan webinars that we do on a weekly basis, we're getting about 80 to 100 people on each of those webinars. So we have the capacity and we can take more people. So there's no cutoff on that registration. But I want them to take a look at what we are offering and just kind of, you know, clear your schedule and take advantage of participating in the webinar. There's a lot of good information, a lot of good updates and changes that we're sharing every week, and things change every week with these different programs. A big question I'm getting right now is on the PPP. I'm getting people that are saying, hey, my bank is not participating in that program. Do you have a list of other banks? So that is another link that we've added to our COVID-19 page at the Cosby website. There is a Find Lender link where you can look at the banks that are participating in the program. So that page is updated on a daily basis with new information.
All right. Well, certainly no surprise that you guys are stepping up to the plate and working overtime to help all of these businesses, but a huge thank you for what you do for the community.
Thank you.
All right, don't forget, as she mentioned, those webinars are coming up. Go to this website for more information. You can find all of that and much more.